Hi, I'm Amali from Amanti and today we're going to be testing the new Sophie Conran for Portmeirion Cookware collection. So this is the large shallow casserole which has a glass lid and as you can see the inside's fairly smooth and the outside has the same ridged appearance as the tableware. If we just turn it over you can see on the metal base that it can be used on ceramic, electric, gas or induction hobs. The cookware comes in 3 different sizes, white or this fabulous black, and each piece comes in this lovely Sophie Conran gift box. Okay, so today we're going to be making some chicken and mushroom pie filling, and as you can see the oil spreads really well in the pan. I often cook with a lot less oil than this in the pan because it really is ever so non-stick, but that's just what I happen to be cooking today. So I'll just throw a little bit of butter in. Hopefully you can see by the sizzling that the pan gives us fairly even heat coverage. So we'll get some chicken into the pan and just move it around a bit. And you can see how easily the chicken's sliding about in the pan. So you can see that the chicken's really evenly browned with no sticking or burning anywhere. And we're going to give it a bit more of a test drive by sticking in some mushrooms and spring onions and giving those a good stir. And in a lot of my other pans I found that as soon as I add flour it goes really gooey and sticky, but we'll just have a look and see what happens when we stick our flour into here. So some flour, and then I'm going to stick in some mustard and also some creme fraiche. If there is one downside to this pan, I'd say that it's that the handles do get fairly hot while you're cooking, so you do need to be a little bit careful about that. Okay, so hopefully you can see how beautifully all of that's been incorporated and how easily everything's still moving about in the pan, no sticking at all. Okay, so what about getting the pan clean? So with just a piece of kitchen roll and give it a good wipe, and you can see that actually loads comes off already. And just give it another wipe, and it's pretty clean already before we've even touched it with water. Now if I just run a little bit of water with no washing up liquid or anything into it and give it a good wipe round, and you can see that it's coming really clean already. And the pans are dishwasher safe, but I've got to be honest and say I've never dared put mine in the dishwasher. I love it so much, I wouldn't want any harm to come to it, and I think the manufacturers do recommend that you're better off washing it by hand if you can. But as you can just see, just give it a wipe round there, and there you go. Not a drop of fairy liquid in sight, and it's completely clean. Finally, I wanted to show you what happens when you're a complete ditz and actually put your pan back on the hob after dishing up with the flame still on underneath it. So an hour later, before Anthony realised what I'd done, but this is the pan after it had cooled down, and as you can see the stuff's just coming off, the burnt on. So we just transfer it to the sink. And at this point I was really terrified that I had ruined the pan and it would never be the same again. But Anthony's doing his hands that do dishes act there, and you can see how beautifully it's coming off. No dishwasher needed, and the pan, amazingly, is perfectly alright and ready to be used again. Well, that's it for our review. Hope you found it helpful, and I hope you'll visit us sometime over at amantidirect.co.uk.